So you guys see a armored individual in silver plating with a red cape with golden engraving on the sides and a giant glaive on its back, together with a shield and a mace on the side, coming up towards this individual. Excuse me, sir. Are you Kettlesteam?
Kettlesteam straightens her back and turns slowly. No?
Can I roll for insight?
Go ahead. Against her deception. Oh, yeah. You know she's lying.
I'm gonna ask you to come quietly with me, please. And do not try to resist as I grab my glaive.
Who are you?
I am Nico. I have been asked to help with security here. Are you friends with this person?
Friends is a strong word.
Accomplices?
That changed minute by minute for me, so another maybe too strong word. We've met a few times now. I'm still trying to find out why a bird person does not have their own wings.
I'll leave you to ponder that for a minute, and I'm just going to get going. She starts to try to walk away.
I want to grab them immediately as they try to move away.
I'm just kind of see you're able to grab her. Frankly, you grab her by the arm.
Right.
In which case, she goes, "Help!" She looks towards Pixie. "Help me! Please help me!"
You've seen my size. You've seen that one's size. What help can I be?
Someone! Help! Assault! Assault! I say Miko and Victor are able to hear that shouting.
I was just about to say, like, Victor was kind of probably going to go that way, so yeah, kind of hearing it from the direction that Pixie was going, yeah, I think if Miko isn't moving, like, he'll probably tap him on the shoulder and we'll kind of rush towards the direction where we're hearing the shouting from.
As Nico sees multiple people approach, I'm gonna say, civilian, please stand back. This is a lawful retrieval of, well, lawful work. I'm gonna ask you to not intervene.
All right. Let's just all calm down a bit. You don't need to get rough with the bird person. What's going on here then? What are they doing exactly? Just, curious bystander.
I have been tasked to retrieve them, and that is my duty.
Hi, my Espresso.
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Mr. Witchlight. As I see that you both know this person, can I ask what your relationship is with him?
I just heard a person in trouble. I mean, yeah, assault being shouted from the alley, you're going to go over there and check. Just being a concerned person is all.
Understandable. And then looking over at Pixie, because she does have some kind of relationship with this bird person, the Kettlesteam. Can say...
Pixie is still very busy trying to figure out if Kettlesteam has wings under her clothes that are hidden or if there's no wings. She is not concerned about anything you're doing.
Miss, could I ask you to also accompany us? Since you do have some kind of relationship with Kettlesteam. Miss? Could I ask you to accompany us?
Why?
Since you have a relationship with Kettlesteam?
I mean,
Relationship?
if I might interject there, my big friend. Yeah, that one kind of talks to everyone. Won't really take much notice of what she says. She kind of changes her mind by the minute. I mean, probably doesn't actually know at all. Just,
Understandable.
she's just
Not
friendly
to-
with everyone.
Not to make it difficult, but she's not in any trouble. Just I want to have everybody who I am supposed to take, and perhaps even more, or else I will just have to come back and look for the person again, which will be more work for me.
How tall is Nico?
He is 6'3", so 190 centimeter.
Pixie's gonna flutter up and sit on his head like she did with... like she did with Victor. Okay, go ahead.
He doesn't care and just grabs Kettlesteam and just walks towards the manager.
Okay. Victor, Miko, what do you guys do as you see Kettlesteam getting dragged away,
Right, so-
Pixie happily going along?
Right, in that case, I think what Victor's going to do is just go to Miko. It's like, look, Miko, I don't really reckon we can push our guy. He's big and, well, might escape notice. We're not.
No. I
So
was
you-
always told not to attack a larger foe.
I really
Unless you
wa-
have some form of advantage.
Aye, let's just walk and talk. Sort of like, Victor's just going to shout up to Nico, saying, if it's all the same to you since our little pixie friend's company, yeah, you won't mind if we tag along?
If you are friends of the Pixie, then sure.
All right, I'll lead on, my big friend. And just see what happens. Hey, Pix, you comfortable up there, or do you just want to, I don't know, just chat a little bit on the way? I haven't really spoken to you much today.
Nice view from up here.
All right, Pix. All right, suit yourself. Suit yourself. Okay. Oh, lead on, big man.
I'm going to lean into Victor. See? I was right. We saw trouble and there she was.
Aye. I'll make a comedian out of you yet, Miko. Aye, but, yeah, let's, probably... Yeah, I don't reckon this is quite as bad as it seems. Let's just, head over for now.
Okay. You get quite a crowd staring at you as you drag Kettlesteam through the various pathways towards the big top tents. Many people are turning and looking, some of them wondering what's going on, looking concerned. Others are looking down towards the Kenku and generally look quite upset. You make your way inside, and Mr. Light is in the middle of performing a dance, and he stops as he sees you enter. Oh, looks like we have a little guest. My apologies, everyone. If you would just like to take them this way, just around the side, and take them through the back, I'll come back shortly. In the meantime, here are the very tiny dancers. A large group of halflings starts running around the centre of the big top, kind of creating human ladders and moving as if a single unit, changing into all kinds of different shapes, contorting themselves. It's actually quite an amazing spectacle. But you are ushered past. Victor and Miko, do you continue past or do you stay to watch?
I continue past.
Victor is just going to stick with the main group. I think really he's kind of just conscious of the fact that like Pixie's with this stranger, and he's just kind of like waiting for an opportunity to speak with her if he can.
Okay. Your way to the staff area behind. Burley and Fakwa the Clown are both sat outside the various caravans. And Mr. Willich stands up, walking out of his caravan down his steps, and waiting beside Mr. Light. As Nico approaches, dragging Kenku, whilst Pixie is sat on top of Nico's head, and the last two are in tow.
Mr. Light, I have retrieved Miss Kettle's team for you, and I throw her in front, like between us.
Excellent, excellent. Finally. Hi. It's nice to see you all here as well. Everyone I asked to help has arrived with her. Excellent. Now you, he looks down at Kettle Steam, have been causing quite a bit of mischief. Do you have anything to say for yourself? She looks up towards Mr. Light. Only what I had to say before. I want to know what is going on in Prismia. Why will you not tell me? I told you I would stop all this if you would just tell me what was happening. Mr. Light looks towards Mr. Witch. Mr. Witch looks towards all of you.
I'm standing
Fine.
there holding my hand up like in a school classroom.
Yes, a little snake.
Miko Atilashili. What's Prismia?
It's the Fey realm. It's what this carnival is very much attached to.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Big eyes at the mention of Faerun.
It's what this is basically a taste of. The carnival is a celebration for the more mortal realms. To give a taste of what they could experience, what they could travel to, if they so chose. It is where our patron resides, and where this one's patron resides. And we told you last time, Kettle Steam, we cannot help you.
Why not? Still holding my hand up.
He looks as though he's trying to pick his words very carefully. Let's check the pages, there is.
I would like to insight check the last statement about not being able to help.
Roll your insights. That's great when you can't find a page. Okie dokie. He seems like he is actually being quite genuine when he says that he can't help her. You all gave me a nice service. I appreciate that of all of you. Henku, you will return the voice. As he says that, he grips his walking cane quite hard. The Kenku shrinks back slightly, and looks down, looks back up, and fishes around inside her robes, pulling out a small pendant. Mr. Witch reaches over and picks it up
Dang it,
and
that's
puts
why
it in his
I didn't see
pocket.
it.
Thank you. You are going to be escorted off these grounds, and when you are, you will not be able to return. Henku remains silent at this. Burley. He stands up silently. Escort her out, please. He takes a hold of the Kenku by the arm. Nico, do you let go?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. As you let go, he then begins dragging her towards the exits. Well, towards the big top, and then the exit from the big top. Thank you all for assisting in that. That has been very much a thorn in our sides for a while.
When we give the when you give the voice back, maybe could I have some coffee first?
And coffee?
Yes, a cup of coffee for the mermaid. I think it's best when
Sure.
she has coffee first, and then he comes.
He shrugs. Certainly.
I just well on the subject of other things, you remember that thing we discussed before?
No.
I'm talking to Mr. Witch over there.
You talked to him before?
Yeah, had a nice little chinwag, didn't we?
We did. Now, I believe I might have something a bit more of use to you than a contract.
Oh, all right, I'm listening.
He looks between you all. You're all missing something, aren't you?
Oh, aren't we all just trying to find bits of ourselves throughout our lives, my friend?
Most people who meet me miss something after.
But out of interest, do elaborate.
You've all been here before. And you left without something, didn't you?
I don't
It might-
remember being here before.
You will have been. There's a certain something missing from each of your auras. Something that everyone normally would have, but like a little puzzle piece has been removed.
I mean, that
I
sounds very
may know
interesting.
how you can get them back.
Please elaborate.
He looks as though he's thinking over his words again.
Yeah. Considering that he's done that a couple of times during this conversation, now could Victor do an insight check to kind of get an idea, like when he's actually saying something, like what he might be. Don't really know how best to describe it. Like if there's anything in particular that he's kind of holding back on.
Go ahead.
No. No.
You're thinking maybe it might be something to do with cupcakes, possibly, that he's holding back.
Aye, you know, want me cupcakes? Kind of Victor's just like nodding, sort of to himself. He doesn't say that. He just kind of like is like nodding intently as if he's onto something. But yeah, otherwise he just lets him speak.
I can send you somewhere, and you may be able to find what you're missing there.
Maybe?
Send
Does
me
that
Yes.
mean you do not know
Where?
where our items are?
I do not.
Aye, big man, you missing something yourself?
Yes. Something very close to me.
Oh, all right. That's quite a little quinky dink. So, can't help but notice you being a bit vague with your word and kind of finding your items somewhere. I mean, can you give us a bit more of a hint? I don't do too well with metaphysical concepts.
You're asking this to me or to Mr. White?
Oh, to Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, or actually anyone
Mr.
else who can answer me, really. I just like speaking out loud. Just like the sound of my own voice, is all.
He does. He really does.
It is a nice voice. He sings well.
Aye, thank you, Miko. At least some people appreciate it.
Right, so I've got a couple of things very, very quickly.
Sorry.
With was not expecting you to actually manage to get through this. Scroll. There, wait, that's what I want. Okay, just repeat the last thing you said, please.
Victor was just basically saying that he wants you to just be more specific. He's kind of like, you're describing things in like a very vague way, and he's kind of like wanting a more like concrete explanation as to what he means. Just saying he doesn't do too well with like metaphysical concepts.
I cannot be specific.
I'm holding my hand up again.
But the place. It is a place, right? The place you want to send us. Does it have a name?
Resmia.
It is the Feywild, if I'm correct, right?
That's
It is.
I asked the place.
Resmia is a place. But
Yes, so is the world.
you would arrive at Hither.
Thank you.
I think somebody here has a question. Looking over at Miko.
Miko, you might want to lower that. It might fall off if you keep it up for too long.
But I was being polite. I was told not to
Yes,
not
I know.
to intrude.
I know, Miko, but come on, there's only like four of us here. Just, we won't know you want to talk. I'll go and ask you a question.
Is that where they went?
Who do you mean by they?
Some people.
People have traveled, not so much these days.
People like me. Do you know where they went?
Perhaps. He doesn't say any more on that.
Oh, I actually, come to think of it, where Eddie get to? Like he was swimming around earlier, maybe. Listen, this might seem a bit awkward. No, you hadn't technically met him, but we had a fishy friend traveling with us. Kind of helped us out a little bit. So, but if you're gonna send us somewhere, mind if take a couple of minutes to just track him down, make sure he can come with.
I'll be able to send him.
But can you return the voice? Can we see that, please?
Yes, we can do that before you leave.
So, can I take her coffee now?
Yes. Say, when you go to a vendor, say it's on Mr. Light.
Thank you.
Mr. Light looks over to Mr. Witch with an eyebrow. I mean, you could have said it was on yourself, but okay.
I miss the lights. I'm sure you'll be able to earn that back just with your impeccable singing voice and dancing moves in no time. You got the skills to pay the bills, Bet Mr. Witch is probably quite dependent on you.
I'm right here. This place would fall to the ground without me. He straightens his collar a little bit.
Aye. As I said before, like knows like, and yeah, seem like you You got a lot of moves and stuff.
Oh, you have not seen the half of it.
Vix is realizing that he doesn't actually know him that well and is running out of things to compliment him on.
Pixie, have you fluttered away to go and get your coffee?
Yes. Sorry, that was too long.
Right. Do you immediately head straight for the mermaid? Or
Head straight towards her, see if she's in a song, and have a look around for places that sell coffee, and which one of those looks the best.
say
To
that there's a
Pixie,
stand
doesn't necessarily
that
mean
sells coffee pretty much right next to where she actually sings. They put it there specifically because people sometimes buy her coffee.
Okay.
The person behind the stall sees you fluttering over. There's an elf behind the stall. Ah, hello.
Hello there. Mr. Light wants the mermaid to have a special cup of her favorite coffee.
Oh, certainly. Bear me 1 second. A triple espresso coming right up.
Oh, God.
Oh, that sounds good.
Because they caramel latte.
No pumpkin spice latte?
Actually,
Ah,
This
there we
mermaid not a
go.
white girl?
could you make me one too? I would like to
Oh.
try one too. After I bring this, can I come back? Could you make me one?
She proceeds to make a second one immediately and offers it up. There you go. We'll just assume they were both from Mr. Light.
Thank you.
No worries.
And with
Oh,
that,
boy.
having a look if she's singing right now or not.
She's not currently singing. She's currently doing her makeup underwater.
In that case, fluttering over and trying to sit on the lip again.
So I'm not going to make you roll for it. You go to that one. You manage to land quite easily, and she pokes her head out of the water. Oh, good evening again.
Hey.
Ooh, is that coffee I smell?
Yes, I asked. They said this is your favorite one. I hope
Ooh,
it is.
a triple espresso.
Yes.
Ooh, thank you very much. She takes it and immediately starts drinking it.
Companionably sipping along.
Please don't tell me you gave the kleptomaniac Fairy a triple espresso. Please.
I already know what I've done, don't worry. She drinks away and she seems to relax, nice and calmly. She rolls her shoulders slightly. What should I have you roll?
This is so good.
Roll me a con save.
1, 1, 1.
Yep, that one.
That would be a third nat one in a row.
Actually, a bit disappointed it wasn't in that one this time.
Nope.
Pretty good, actually.
As you're drinking away, you can feel it start to give you a nice, strong buzz. Colors actually start to seem more vivid around you, and you start to feel like you can just simply see and pick out every single little detail around you. It's not overwhelming at all.
This stuff is really good. Waiting to take her cup as she finishes.
I think she managed to finish quite quickly because she's quite used to it, and she holds it out for you. Thank you very much for that. That just hits the right spot.
You know, your left eye, you didn't quite finish.
Oh, thank you.
I think you want it finished.
Oh, sure. She holds up a little mirror from in the water and just finishes off.
Now it's perfect.
Thank you.
Bye.
And fluttering off.
She seems a little unexpected by the sudden departure, but gives a little wave and settles back down into her bowl.
Looking for a good viewing spot.
I say you simply go straight back to the spot you were at before. That was a good viewing spot.
Okay.
Right.
I'm enjoying the rest of my coffee.
Mr. Witch looks around everyone else. Now, if you would like to accompany me, I believe we need to return something that was taken. Mr. Light, I believe you have a performance you might want to get back to. Mr. Light nods and goes back towards the big top.
As Mr. Light leaves, Victor just shouts, "I break a leg, Mr. Light."
I will try not to. That would be very counterproductive.
Just, it's just a figure of speech where I come from. just, well,
This
actually...
isn't where I come from.
Alright, then just good luck, then.
And he's gone. Mr. Witch heads towards the edge of the brambles that surround the area, and they part for him, and he stands to one side to let you all through. As you pass through, you go towards the Hall of Illusions. And standing outside is Candlefoot. He looks a bit taken aback as Mr. Witch approaches him and stands up straight. Candlefoot, these fellows have assisted in returning something. Hold out your hand, please. He holds out his hand. And in it, Mr. Witch places what the Kenku gave to him. At which point, pixie dust starts to flutter out of the amulets and around Candlefoot, and then disappear. Oh. His eyes go wide. I can speak. I can speak. I can actually speak. He looks towards Mr. Witch. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, no. It is these you should thank. He gestures towards Nico, Victor, and Miko. Nico and Miko. That's going to be such a pain in the ass, you know?
I was
Don't
thinking
worry,
that before
I
this.
have a solution. I was just going to save it till we were done.
Fair. He looks towards you all. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. It's been weeks I've been like this.
Aye,
He
well,
shakes each of your hands in turn.
as I understand it, got a pretty little lady on the lake over there waiting for you.
I do. He looks towards the Hall of Illusions. Go ahead. I'll man it until you return, or I'll get someone else to. If you take your time, you know what? Take the rest of the night off. Just to
Oh.
get paid. He looks towards Mr. Witch and back towards everyone else and back towards Mr. Witch. A grin splits his face. Yes. Thank you. I am. And he starts walking away very quickly towards the lake. Mr. Witch chuckles. If you want to follow, go ahead. I'll wait here.
I will follow.
Aye, always like a good show.
Yeah, sure.
To double check one thing. As you're walking through the crowds, a lot of people smile towards Candlefoot as he's moving around. There we go. Some of them seem to look a bit awkwardly at him, knowing what previously happened when he tried to propose. But they do notice that he seems to have a perk in his step, and something seems different. He approaches the little dock area by the lake and walks down it, head held high, one foot after another. I know that one name.
Seeing him at the dock, going to druid craft some flowers along that
I'd say they appear as he is walking, as if it was planned perfectly. Given your coffee buzz, you don't have to roll to time it.
Oh, I like it, Pix. A bit of panache there.
He approaches the end of the dock, moving past everyone, past the safety rails, and stands right at the very edge. And the mermaid stops and looks towards him. She raises her body out of the bowl and rests on the rim of it, looking towards him. She looks quite concerned. He clears his throat. Alicia? Her eyes go wide, her hand goes to her mouth. Alicia, will you please marry me? The crowd behind him goes silent, and she just simply stays in complete shock. She goes to speak once, and she found her voice gone. She swallows. Yes. Yes. She climbs out and dives into the water, swimming up to the edge. Climbing out onto the little landing beside him. Yes. She grabs him and then they dive into the water, disappearing.
Oh god, she killed him.
He has the night off. Have fun.
She pokes her head out of the water. Thank you. And then she's gone.
I start clapping.
The crowd around starts clapping as well.
Yeah, I guess we all do as well.
Yeah, sure. It's a happy moment.
And you hear murmuring, though, from one person behind you all. Oh, I was actually looking quite forward to hearing her sing. I only had her for the one day. That is a shame.
Should have come earlier.
Yes, you're
sticking
quite
my
right.
tongue out at that person.
Yes, you're quite right. This is entirely my fault. The person said it, turned and walked away. The crowd quickly starts
Are
to
they wearing
disperse.
wings?
Yes, they were wearing wings. The crowd quickly disperses. As it becomes very obvious, there is going to be no more shows tonight from the Mermaid.
Maybe a personal show for Candlefoot.
Nico, whoa there.
That wasn't in my Nico voice.
Sorry,
I dropped the
conversation.
dice, God damn it.
Sorry.